Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's JR. You're checking out the Sport Brief. It's wild news right now. Odell Beckham Jr. has been traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns for Jabril Peppers, the Browns' first-round pick, which should be the 17th pick, a third-round pick. And it's wild. The New York Giants have basically said, yo, we are tearing this sucker up. We are starting from the get-go. They've gotten rid of Landon Collins. They now got rid of Odell Beckham Jr., who they just signed last season to a 5-year deal, about $100 million. He now has about, 4 years and $80 million left on that contract. And the Cleveland Browns, they now can pair Odell Beckham Jr. up with Jarvis Landry. They can pair him up with Nick Chubb. They can have your main man, Baker Mayfield, throwing them all the football. The Cleveland Browns went 7-8-1 last year, and it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up with 10 wins just because of that wide receiver combination between Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. is thrilled to be back with his old college teammate Jarvis Landry. They are going to go out there. They're going to light it up, okay? Odell Beckham Jr. is probably thrilled that he's away from the New York Giants, that he's away from Eli Manning, that he's away from David Gettleman, and that he has a fresh start with his best friend. Jarvis Landry, last year, his first season was with the Browns. We know Jarvis Landry started off his career basically with the Miami Dolphins. Now you're putting together two dudes who played. What's up, Betty White? I see you out there. Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr., they both played at LSU. They are both thrilled to be playing together. This is like a dream come true, if you ask me. And Odell Beckham Jr., he can now have fun out in Cleveland. And the New York Giants, if you look at their fan base, you got to be pissed. The New York Giants have basically did this. We starting over. We're ready to restart the whole situation. If you're a Giants fan, you got to be pissed. You got to be angry. You got to be upset with what the New York Giants are doing. And that's basically a full tear down of the roster. Okay? That's all facts. The New York Giants got rid of Landon Collins. They traded away Olivier Vernon. They got rid of Odell Beckham Jr. They're going to be bringing back your main man, Eli Manning, who's probably going to be a babysitter. And at the same time, Eli Manning's probably like, yo, why am I even going to be back? They're going to have to draft a quarterback. It's a wild situation for the New York Giants and their fans. I don't think New York Giants fans expected the teardown to come this quickly. Okay, Odell Beckham Jr., he's going to be dancing. He's going to be scoring them touchdowns. He's going to get you 1,100 yards receiving. He's going to get you those 10 touchdowns. He's going to do all the dancing and the gyrating, except for it's not going to be in New York City. All of that new excitement is going to be in Cleveland with his main man, Jarvis Landry. So I got to say this. Kudos to the Cleveland Browns. And I can't remember the last time that I gave the Cleveland Browns any type of love, but you got to respect what they just did. Freddie Kitchens is their new head coach. He's taken over the head coaching position from offensive coordinator last year. Why am I saying it's a big move for the Browns? Because the Cleveland Browns got one of the most dynamic receivers in the NFL. That's a big move. You have Odell Beckham Jr. on your team. That's a big move. All you gave up was Jabril Peppers, a first-round pick and a third-round pick. That's a big move. The Cleveland Browns are actually on a come-up as an NFL franchise. And meanwhile, the New York Giants, they're on their way down. The New York Giants are tearing the house down right now just so they can be competitive several years down the line. The New York Giants are in the running right now for a quarterback. This is basically the New York Giants way of saying, yo, we give up. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do in the future, okay? Odell Beckham Jr. got to be thrilled. I haven't seen anything on his Instagram, anything on his social media yet so far, but this is a big move for Odell. You heard that they were going to trade him. What up, Deshaun? Okay, congratulations. Well, we've been hearing rumors about the New York Giants trading Odell Beckham Jr. for a long time, but today they finally did it, okay? And by the way, folks, you make sure you follow me on Instagram, JRSportBrief, and make sure you check me out on the radio right here in Atlanta, V103. Okay, I'm on the morning show talking about sports and everything else between 6 and 10 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you follow me at JRSportBrief on Instagram, and I may follow you back if your page ain't crazy, okay? If you're taking pictures of your feet, I probably ain't gonna follow you, but I can't say nothing but wow. And I mean, we ain't got too many comments running here right now, but I know Odell Beckham Jr. is happy. You go to LSU with Jarvis Landry, you go ahead and make that move. If the Browns won 7 games last season, I'm going to move the Browns up to 10 games. I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns finished above the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? We know Antonio Brown is now an Oakland Raider. He's no longer with the Steelers. That wouldn't surprise me. This is a big, big move for the Cleveland Browns. And the New York Giants, they is toe down, okay? Toe down. Toe down from the flow down. They into the basement, all right? Make sure y'all follow me at JRSportBrief on Instagram. I'm about to check my IG right now. Hit me up if you have any thoughts or questions. It's JR. You're checking out the Sport Brief. Make sure you catch me on V103 in the morning time, people. I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Odell Beckham Jr. That's a happy man, people. That's a happy man.